Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the GVT YouTube channel. Let me take this opportunity to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Today I want to talk about the effect of bribe and use of a lot of money during political campaigns, directly to the common mwananchi. But before we start, we have to understand what is politics and what is campaign. Politics is a set of activities that are associated with making decisions in groups. So people make decisions in groups. That is politics. And then we have campaign. Campaign is an organized cause to achieve a goal. Now, before you are elected, you have to go through campaign. So in Kenya, there are 6 positions which are elective, and people must go through political campaign. These are the president, the governor, the senator, the women rep, the MP, and the MCA. So these 6 positions, people will go through campaign to be elected these positions. The key things we have to realize when we are talking about finances, we have to go back to 2013, which the IEBC set up Campaign Finance Act 2013, which should regulate the amount of money that are being used by politicians during campaigns. And they had a reason why they were giving out these rules and regulations to control finances used by politicians. In this Campaign Finance Act 2013 stipulates 3 key things. One, that the person who is eligible to vie for a position must, 1, open an account, that is a campaign account finance. 2, must have financing expenditure committee. The guy must form a committee to run this account during campaign. And 3, the person must appoint an authorized person to manage that particular account. So these 3 key things will easily give the IBC the time to monitor the expenditure rate of politicians during campaign. Again, in a Gazette notice of August 9th, 2021, signed by the late Wafula Chebukati, stipulates these things clearly. That, number 1, a presidential candidate has a ceiling of 4.4 billion Kenya shillings to campaign. He should not use, or she should not use more than 4.4 billion. That is the exact amount given to them for campaign. For governor, women rep, and senators, the Gazette notice stipulates that they are given 21 million to 117 million. That depends on the size and the population of the devolved unit where you are campaigning. I want us to be very clear so that we understand where we are heading to as a common mwananchi. A governor has been given 21 million to 117 million to campaign, depending on the devolved unit, 1, and the population of that particular environment. I hope you are together up to here, there. For example, I want to give out 2 case studies. 1, I will take the governor. 2, I will take the MP. Let's take a case study of the governor. The IEBC, through Gazette notice, gave out that a particular governor in a particular county must spend while campaigning. Like Kakamega, they have been given a ceiling of 59 million. And you remember very well that in that 2021, the former governor, Honorable Wycliffe Oparanya, declared literally that 59 million was too little to campaign within Kakamega and win the governor's seat. That was a verbal communication from the former governor of Kakamega. But that was the ceiling given by the IBC, 59 million. Let's go to Mombasa. They have been given 39 million. Do you think with the amount of money those people are using to campaign within Mombasa County, is it worth 39 million? Much more than 39 million, ladies and gentlemen. Lamu has been given the little with the 21 million, considering the population and the size. And then Nairobi is the leading with a ceiling of 117 million. A governor in Nairobi campaigning with 117 million. That is a joke. 117 million is an MP in Nairobi, not a governor. So, let us be clear on that. Put it in our mind the amount of figures we have calculated. Now, let me talk about the salary of these guys. A president, after campaigning with 4.4 billion, his salary per month is 1.4 million. The gross salary, 1.4 million. The deputy president, after campaigning all this time, his salary is 1.2 million. The county, the CS, after helping the president to campaign and then they are elected, their salary is 957. And blah blah, the list goes down. Let me take the major two that I want to case study so that we understand where we are heading to. The MP, the senator. The MP earns 739,600. That is the gross salary of an MP and the senator. The governor, the gross is 990,000 per month. Let us do salary analysis of these two individuals, the MP and the governor. The governor takes home monthly salary of 990,000. Multiplied by 1 year, that is 12 months, this guy takes home 11.9 million Kenya shillings. That is 1 year. If he was elected and successfully did his work diligently for 5 years without interruption, this guy should have pocketed 59.4 million Kenya shillings. I hope we are together. A governor elected for 5 years under a salary of 990,000. This guy pockets 59.4 million Kenya shillings. An MP. An MP earns 739,600 gross. After 1 year, this guy takes home 8.9 million Kenya shillings. After 5 years, successfully and diligently doing his duty as an MP, he takes home 44 million Kenya shillings. Let me take you a little bit overview. We have to understand, why do people want leadership? And we have to go deep and understand, why do people want leadership? There are two reasons why people want leadership. I will not go down into details, but I'll just give you the overview. Two reasons why people want leadership. One is desire to serve their community. Two is self-interest. These are people who want power and wealth. Under desire to serve the community, broken down into 5 again. I'll not go into deep down, but I'll just mention them briefly. Desire to serve the community. These are public service, a calling. Purpose to serve the community, just a call. I'm just going to serve my community. 2 is to address injustices. 3 is a policy change and innovation. And 4 is representing the community. 5 is improve governance. You can go deep into those so that you understand the desire to serve the community. 2, we have self-interest. And self-interest we have also 4. Power and influence. We have financial gains. We have social recognition and status. And we have career adjustment. Here is where we have lawyers who think that they should be MP and governors. They understand the Katiba so well, so they can easily interpret. And let me add the third one. Why people go into politics? This one is now a emerging issue. People go into politics to clean dirty money. I will not go into details, but there are people who just go to vie just to clean dirty money, to introduce that money into the bank. Because you cannot take 100 million to the bank. The bank will ask you, where did you get this money? Now go into politics, call your friends, invite your friends, assume they contributed 100 million, take that 100 million to the bank, say, no, this money was contributed by my friends, so I want to campaign, I want to be an MP, I want to be the governor, and then that money will be cleaned. But that is illegal money, corrupt money, maybe from the government or from wash or from other dubious illegal activities within Kenya. So he will have washed that money. Then he goes, use 10 million, and then remains with 90 million. Introduce 90 million to Kenyans. So understand the kind of person you want to elect. Is it self-interest? Is it for political gain and power? Or is it for wash business? To clean up the money, the corrupt money and the illegal money they have acquired. So far so good. Now let me go direct to the effect of bribe. And I will take key studies in 3 by-elections which took place. 1 was the Malava by-election. 2 was the Kasipul by-election. And 3 was the Mbeere by-election. So the 3 by-election will easily give us a sample of how the resources have been used and how much I'll give you in particular on this amount used. You realize that in Kasipul, a lot of money was used. Both Kasipul, Mbeere, and Malava, a lot of money were used. But now the effect of this money, 1, is exclusion of marginalized community. Wachana. Poa poa. Madini. So, 1 is exclusion of marginalized groups. When a lot of money is needed for campaign, people, the marginalized groups like women, youths, people living with disabilities will not be able to look who are using county resources and money for campaigning for Boy Eduwere. And they were very successful. The effect of that will come later. But now use of public resources is there by the incumbent to campaign for the people who they feel should be a priority to the community. The third one is human right violation. Once the state has used a lot of resources during campaign at Malava and Mbeere, and once the county government has used a lot of resources to campaign for a particular MP within the county, there will be lack of essential services, which is a right of a Kenyan. Essential services like right for education, right for medication, health services, those one will automatically be out. Proper roads, those essential services will no longer be provided by the county government because the sources of income which were supposed to be doing all those resources have been diverted to a particular source and activity. Number four, we have economic stagnation. When the county uses a lot of resources in campaign, it simply implies that there is no economic development that will take place. Remember, an MP has used over 100 million to campaign. I will literally give you a scenario of Langata, a member of parliament, who literally said that at the point whereby he was starting his campaign, he had already consumed 60 million. At the point whereby he had already started campaigning, he had already consumed 60 million. This Panyako, at Obina show, said that he used roughly 50 million, approximately 50 million during campaign. And Boyed has used more than even 100 million during campaign. Remember the salary, 44 million in 5 years. Why must you spend over 44 million? Why must a governor spend over 100 million to campaign? And his salary is only 59 million in 5 years. Where will he get this money? There will be there will be economic stagnation, no development record due to diversion of funds. And lastly, the most common and the effect of using a lot of money during campaign is purely corruption. If somebody campaigns with close to 44 million Kenya shillings, 100 million Kenya shillings, his salary for 5 years is 44 million. Where do you expect this guy to get other incomes? He must go into dirty deals. He must subject people into low quality development services. And definitely, he must reward his friends because some of the friends who contributed must be rewarded also. So the Mwananchi will commonly say, no, we are now the poor roads, there are no agricultural activities taking place, health services, there are no drugs, there are no employment. Remember, somebody using a lot of money will definitely return those money back to his pocket. So I would wish as we go into 2026, 2027, fellow Kenyans, be very alert, be very wise. Elect your leaders based not on the amount they are using to convince you. There is nobody who is mad going into the bank, the amount he has used, he has saved, now taking 50 million, going to campaign without any political reward. There is no mad person who goes save. In fact, mark this, the wealthiest are the meanest in this Kenya. So don't think somebody just goes and takes money and then comes and say, no, I want to campaign. Let me say thank you. Once again, let me wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. As we go into political tension of 2026, kindly be wise, choose wisely, be guided by factors which are considerate, and be guided by the financial and the physical effect of use of a lot of money during campaign. Thank you. Let's meet again in my next video.